something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. She gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington football team and the Los Angeles Rams. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Flush to his right. That will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, Washington! Allen Robinson, 61 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Wisnowski set to kick off.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Shotgun now from Murray. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 75 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Shut him down! Let's do this!
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Reds got it. They bring him down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
First down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And 5 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
After playing like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
First down, Washington.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the high manager, Tyrann Mathieu, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Rams 7.
First down, Mixon. And able to work his way down to the 16.
Joe Mixon.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21. Rams 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And incomplete on the deep ball. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was brought.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle, and that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
24-yard line.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon. He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now Murray again. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. But he will have first down before he's tackled at the 12. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On first down, McKinnon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Carrier.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. "35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Rodgers going to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down again. Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the fullback, Marcus Peters. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
He's set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Throwing on first down is Murray. Buying time to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And 1.
From the gun, Murray. Intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Dante Hightower. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
7-yard line. It's a
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
They've hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
the ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now McKinnon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here as is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the gun, Murray. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Matt Prater set to
a couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And the Washington first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And Washington has taken the lead.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
This Washington 28, Rams 21. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked up at the 46, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over at first.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Rodgers looking to throw. And it's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the night.
And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
For the extra point.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Terry connecting on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Mitch Wishnowsky set.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on second down. Murray. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. Shotgun now from Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart.
They'll take over at first and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And it'll move the chains. Rodgers throwing here. Steps away to his left. He's able to outmuscle him as he pulls it in.
times you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?